everyone, Gaming coming at y'all with another video, and we have the One Piece Locals Week 9 gameplay video, and these are the 4 leaders showcased here. You can see we have 3 new leaders in the event for this week. We did not go ahead and do the ban list update because we were waiting until it became fully active, but in the first round we do have Sugar versus Shanks. Sugar is a really cool purple-red leader with 4 life. She just says, end of your turn, if you have a Don Quixote's type character with 6,000 more power, set up to one of your Don cards as active, and then opponent's turn, once per turn, when you activate an event, add up to 1 Don card for your Don deck, and set it as active. Really cool ramp defensive deck with some really strong bodies. A really cool deck. My buddy on the left here has been really excited to build her, and I actually got to test with him against it before this tournament. And the deck, if you see a lot of the events, it can really be quite annoying to try to take care of later in the game. But both just starting out, no 1-drop, so he's just going to swing 7k into the Shanks here. Everyone knows what Shanks does, so I did not give you the rundown of his leader effect. But he is going to just drop a card to combo out. Can't quite tell what that character is, the Shanks, but I think that's one of the new cards from the new structure deck. The new Luffy structure deck gives Red a lot of really good cards to play with. So if you're, playing any kind of Red leader, you can look forward to using a lot of those cards out of the structure decks. Just going to swing 6 here at lead, and then since he does have out the big body, he's able to get that Dawn back at the end of the turn. So Sugar gives you a lot of value on your Dawn turns, and here we go. We're going to see the starter deck Luffy. It does have Rush. He is able to give a rested Dawn to a character. Going to use the event to combo out, and then since he used an event in his opponent's turn, he gets to get that Dawn back active and combos out. Takes this third swing though. Some really good early aggressive on the Shanks side. This deck is really aggressive now for sure. Shanks is going to be, Shanks and Zoro, I think, top 5 decks in the meta for sure. They got a lot of really good red cards, like I was saying before, from the structure decks. They already were able to apply a lot of pressure, and now they're just able to do a lot more. The Sugar is just playing down the Sugar Searcher here. You play her for 1, and then you can, I think, tap a Dawn to rest her to search again. I think he's just reading the DPs here on the characters, and if they get those effects again, the Luffy will let him do that. So he is just going to try to swing in with a big, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of damage here. He wants to get rid of that Luffy, not wanting to get that Dawn per turn. Shanks being able to minus something is going to be inconvenient for him as well. But just want to make sure he cleared that body out. He doesn't have a ton of bodies here. Just swinging into life, and he does get to combo out. Just going to drop the Rayleigh here, letting him be able to minus the DP and then blow up both the characters off the board by swinging in, and he does combo out of the leader swing here. Unfortunate that he, lost his whole board there, but Rayleigh is just such a good card. I think he's just swinging in just to combo out. He still has 8 Dawn to deal with. I'm not sure what the play is here. Gonna play the Flamingo, which lets him play down another character by minusing a Dawn. And then this character's on play lets him trash the event to draw 2, which is really good. And now, end of his turn, he gets 3 Dawn back now, because the Dofi does let him get a Dawn back. But really unfortunate now to see another Rayleigh come down, and this is why Shanks is so good. His late game, these cards coming down, able to minus a DP on your opponent's board, clear off their small bodies, and it really is just such a fantastic card. It gets better as time goes on in the game for Red. It's just super strong card. Gonna swing 7 into the lead here. He has a lot of events, so he is going to able to boost her up. And then once he boosts her up, he is able to get the Dawn back and draw the card. It is his turn now. I think he passed the turn there. I think he drew for turn. If it is his turn, yeah, I think it is his turn. I don't think the DP for Rayleigh lasts maybe till end of turn, or maybe they just forgot to take it off. I could be wrong. Rayleigh could last through the end of the turn. Regardless, he's in a tough spot. He only has 2 life left with the 2 Rayleighs up, and then he is just going to combo out. Wow, nice. Combos out. 8k on that swing. Probably just going to do another Doflamingo here. Going to play down the Violet. Now he gets back his 3 Dawn again. But something really unfortunate in this matchup for Sugar is Red gets to pop bodies. You are able to swarm out the board and control down your opponent's board with your events. But if you keep playing characters like Red does that can just minus your BPs and blow up your characters, it puts you in a really, really tough spot to try to, you know, get through the game. So I feel like this is like a really, really bad matchup for the Sugar player. Just going to use his event that lets him search during his opponent's turn, but since he did use the leader effect, he gets to get the Dawn back, and then now he gets to use another counter from his hand to be able to tap down one of the characters and boost his leader up, so he's able to get out of that swing. And that event there, the one that lets him rest the character, is really, really strong. I like that event for sure. The Viola letting him, you know, put the Dawn back to add an event from his hand, and she is a blocker. When she's deleted, she lets him do through. Just going to take this swing. He has 2 lives, so he's healthy here. Going to take this one as well. Oh, wow. He took all these. I think you just load up now, swing, go for game. I put all your Dawn on the Sugar here and then make him have to have the combo. He does have... Oh, I said for game, but he had another life. Dang, I thought he was down to 1. Just going to play him out, and then since he is able to, on deletion, play down the Luffy, is going to run down a Shanks to try to swing into the Dragon, but of course has combo here to get out of it. Only going to get 1 Dawn back this turn. All these big red bodies on the board. I think this might be game. He only has 1 life left. Can just swing in with leader if he wants here to try to get some free cards out of the hand, or let him take it to the hand. I think that's the Shakes he played down there. Luffy letting him be able to give him the free Dawn, and doesn't have anything there. So really nice back and forth, you know, kind of close game there, to be honest, which I do not think that that's a great matchup for Sugar, to be honest, but a great place by both of them to make it a close game. In the second game, we do have Law versus Shank. This is the new green-yellow Law, who says Dawn ×1, activate main once per turn. If the total cost of your characters is 5 or more, you may return one of your characters to the owner's hand. Reveal 1 card from the top of your life cards. If that card is a supernova-type character with a card cost of 5 or less, you may play it. So just being able to play down bodies and then bouncing them back to your hand to then play cards from your life is kind of what this Law does. And this is definitely one of the more interesting decks from this set that I think is really, really cool. This Law gives you a lot of interesting plays being in green and yellow, different ways that you could build this deck. And I look forward to seeing how a lot of people, you know, shape out their green-yellow Law decks. But both players able to see an early searcher here. And I think that, yeah, that Zoro, if you have equal or less life, it has Rush. So that card is a really good card in the deck to play in early, letting you be able to get some early swings in, because if you're at 4, which the Law, you know, being a dual color leader, being at 4, that Zoro is set up really well in the deck, because if you ever go against these 5-leader matchups, on your turn 2 with the 3 Dawn, you can play him down to rush out early. The Shanks is going to try and swing out at the Zoro, but he does combo out here. Probably good to keep the early pressure by being able to keep this character on the board. This is the new Bonnie here, which lets him add the top card of his life to his hand, and then I think he gets to just add any Supernova character to the top of his life. It may be cost specific, but this is the main combo of the deck right here. Yeah, this old green Law in the deck on play lets him restand one of his Supernovas, which lets him be able to put a lot of pressure early on the board and even later, right? Some of these bigger Supernovas, it just costs 5 or less that you get to restand, but really awesome card for the deck, being able to let you get a lot of swings in, and, you know, just being able to get him out of life for free with the on play from your leader effect is absolutely really, really strong. So good pace by the Law player here. The Shanks player is definitely going to have to try to clear some of these bodies off. He does load up to swing in to the Zoro and finally does get rid of it. But, you know, Shanks really just wants to get to the 8 and 10 Dawn turns, right? That's when Shanks really becomes a threat. So even though he is down to 2 life here, you can imagine that now on his next turn, he'll probably be able to do some cool plays. So probably just going to try to combo out, keep his life safe here for sure. Swinging with the Law here is kind of risky because now that Law is probably going to be open for him to... Oh, wow. As I'm saying that, he swung in with it, but he was able to re-swing into again because he played another Law, and since both those Laws are 5 cost or less, it can restand the other one. So he got another swing in, but the Shanks player doing the right thing here, just using the cards out of his hand. And now that that Law is suspended, like I said, it's going to get taken out here. Just Silver's Rayleigh, like I talked about in the other game, this card is so strong. Maybe it like busted too strong because it just gives you so much to do here. He is able to save his Law here. He realizes how important that this card is, so he has to keep it alive. And I guess, yeah, I was wrong earlier. The Rayleigh DP does last because they're keeping it on this one here too. So he does keep that minus, which is a little unfortunate. And nice, one of the best cards from the set is this kid. This kid says you can rest him to trash your opponent's top life card. Super strong card here in the game. And now Shanks is going down to 1. But he does get to finally go to the 10 Dawn turn here. So he should be able to clear this board off and hopefully, you know, be able to play out some big bodies. Going to try and get some cards out of the hand here. I think that you do not combo out. Let this Law go because he's just going to kill it. Oh, he does combo out here, but, you know, in a Shanks decks, he can just run any amount of rushers and just, you know, make you have to waste more cards to keep it alive again, right? And, you know, now he gets to stack up the Dawn from the Dragon effect, giving it to the leader, and he's just going to be able to swing into this Law again anyways. He's going to block with the Bonnie, and then now he'll have to take it. So he didn't lose any life here, but he did lose 2 cards out of his hand and another character off the board. Going to use the leader effect, adding the Dawn to put the kid back in his hand, and then bounce the character back to the hand, and then just play it back out, and then play the Bartolomeo. Could have had game there, but he did have more combo in his hand, which is a little unfortunate for the Law player here because we've already seen the Shanks player drop out, you know, like 6K's worth of combo out of his hand, which is a little unfortunate here. Just going to swing in with Lee, combo out. Now he's swinging in with the Rayleigh here. Just going to take this to the life to the hand, and then doesn't have enough to combo out of the Goldie Roger, which is such a good card. Like I said, Red is in a good spot. They have so much support in the last couple sets with that structure deck, and then all these cards just are so powerful. In the finals here, we do have Smoker going against the Shanks. And this Smoker is looking to be probably one of the best decks from this set. If you don't know what he does, it says opponent's turn. All your Navy or Punk Hazard type characters gain 1,000. That's just really awesome generic effect. And then activate main once per turn if you have a character with 7,000 or more power. Set up to 2 of your Dawn cards as active. Really, really good character leader here. I think a lot of people are going to be playing Smoker for sure. Really strong deck. We've seen in Japan that Smoker has done really, really well. Red and green, it's just a really interesting combo as well. Like I said, these new leaders let you, the color combinations let you build these decks a very interesting, cool way. Shanks player not able to see anything early here. The Smoker is going to play down 2 Searchers early, which is going to help him curve out his hand. I do not have any of these players' deck lists. I forgot to ask them for them before I started doing the video, but it is interesting how people build Smoker, whether you go Punk Hazard or just straight all Navy cards. Makes it really interesting, but just going to take this swing into life. Shanks being a 5 life leader does help him out a lot, being able to take those early swings so you can see getting the cards to your hand. That way he's able to, you know, just use them to combo out later. Just playing down a character here, swinging into leader here. He does take it, so going down to 3 early, a little risky with now using the leader ability of the Shanks to keep the Smoker swing from going in, and then now using the Tashigi, which is such an amazing card in the deck. This Tashigi is super, I keep saying Tashigi because it's Smoker in Tashigi's body, which is makes it very, very confusing, but this is the Smoker that lets him he's just telling him here, yeah, what he can do here by using both of these characters to set up one of his Dawn as active. Then you cannot set up to set a Dawn card as active using character effects this turn. So that Smoker just lets him kind of like get the Dawn back for free, but he can only do it once per turn. That's the main thing. Going to play down the Luffy here. Really good card we've seen coming out of the structure deck, like I said. And then just going to add the 1 Dawn onto the Shanks. Really low life here for the Smoker player already. Going to have to start thinking about using some of these cards out of his hand. If he can clear the board off, though, he might be in a good spot. But I don't know what Smoker has to clear some of the late game bodies on the board. Using his Ben Beckman now, which is a really good card, letting him kill off the Luffy here. Swinging in with the Smoker in Tashigi's body is going to combo out here. I don't think he used his leader effect there because he only had to combo out 1 card. So here we go. Going to swing in so that way he can get the leader effect. And nice. He's just going to take the life to the hand. But he was able to keep his character on the board. I think you have to try to swing into that body, because now he can just stack up Dawn if he really wants to, so that way he can just clear the body off. We'll see. Gonna play the Ben Beckman back at him to take out the Tashigi, because she's in Smoker's body. But you can rest that Tashigi when a green character other than Tashigi would be removed from the field to rest this character instead, which is a really, really good card. I think that she's going to get played. Her and the Smoker are going to get played in a lot of green decks. They're both really good. This set had a lot of really good super rares to add into other decks. He has the Bing Beckman and the small body on the board, but nice. Speaking of Bing Beckman, going to play another 1 down to clear off his small body. Gonna have to make sure he does these swings the right way, wanting to probably at least get 2 life out of the Shanks player here. But knowing that you're doing that is going to give him cards to his hand, which he really doesn't mind because he wants to see those big 8, 10 drop cards. I think he's just thinking about if he wants to add any Dawn on these characters here. His character field is full. If he doesn't use the Dawn here, he's going to have to get rid of one of his characters to play something else out. So, or he can just load up Dawn on one of those characters. Those searchers not being 0 BP does help them be at least a threat. But he is choosing to just play down a small body on the board. And I think that's the one that just gets boosted during your opponent's turn. It's hard for me to see. Sorry, I can't tell what that card is, but he put a counter on it, so I do think it is one that gets boosted. But he is able to just drop the 10 Dawn for the Shanks here. Able to swing in. Does get to block through one of them, and it will combo out on the leader. And he could pose lethal here. He's going to have to make sure he does his Dawn the right way, but the Shanks player does only have 2 life, and he does have leader with 3 other characters that are big bodies. Choosing to play a Tashigi here, probably not the right call. I think you have to try to go for game here, because you know if you don't go for game here, you're going to lose to the Shanks player next turn because you only got 1 life. So we'll see if he's going to clear off the bodies on the board. And he's going to play down another Bing Beckman. But like I said, the Shanks player is going to live through this turn now. And I think he's just going to get cracked back on next turn now. So I think that this is definitely the wrong call to try to play out the characters. I think you just load up to swing for game, because he doesn't have a ton of cards in his hand. And now he can definitely combo out of this 8K. And then he's just going to do a 7K combo out, because you gave him the cards to your hand. And you see he only has 3 more in his hand here. Probably just going to drop down a big body, going down with the dragon who has rush. And now he just gets taken out. Probably not the right call to do that, but Shanks is the winner. Like I said, I don't have any of these deck lists, but I do think that Shanks is in a really, really good spot. I think that Shanks and Zoro are, I think, on the sim, the 2 top decks at the moment in win percentages. So if you haven't yet, try to pick up some of this set to get some of these really good super rares from the set, and pick yourself up one of the structure decks, because those cards are really, really powerful. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Peace.